Alright guys, so here's my DIY e-bike. You guys have probably seen it before in the other videos. And I have this toolbox on the back that I put the battery and all the cables and connectors went through. And it works out, but for a couple reasons I've always wanted to kind of change it. A, because it's a little bit tall. It has a little bit more, because it's so wide and tall, it kind of, when you're moving around, sometimes you can feel the back swing out a bit. Not a big deal, not a huge deal, not really the main reason why I want to change it, but mostly because there's a little bit too much space in here, and I always need to pad it so that the batteries don't move around the battery packs. So I've always been on the lookout for something that I could change this, like I can sort of swap this out for, and I found this the other day. It's one of those Pelican case things. It's not a Pelican case, it's not that expensive. It only cost me $60, 60 Canadian dollars. It'd be really cheap if it was US, but it's watertight. It has holes for locking. I'll open it up for you guys so you can see. Let me just put it on the ground here. It has these it has pretty good latches. So as you can see, I can kind of open it. They kind of flip up and then flip out. So to close it, you would. Seems pretty secure. I didn't have any I had some measurements with me, but I didn't know my batteries would fit. But if you open it, man, it pretty much fits perfectly. My packs just fit really well in here. So there's one pack here, one pack there, and then I have even a middle space. Take the old orange toolbox off and retrofit this in. Now this does weigh a little bit more. I would say the case itself probably weighs 1 or 2 pounds more than the toolbox. And with this, I think the batteries are going to be a lot more secure. So what I'm planning to do is, there's foam padding down here already, which I'll probably pad a little bit more. And then I'm going to wrap the batteries, I think one more time. I actually don't mind this clear vinyl because you can kind of see if there's any damage. So I think what I might do is I might wrap these in vinyl, one more sheet of vinyl plastic each, and then maybe just pad the sides and the top and the bottom a little bit with some foam I got coming in, and then just pretty much pad the top with foam, and that's it. I'll have to, obviously, which kind of sucks, I almost don't want to damage this. I don't want to really rip into this case too much, it's pretty good. But I'll have to bore a hole through the back for the cables to come in. I think I'll just do that for now, but eventually I want to find some sort of rubber, like some rubber little seal that I can put here, so when the batteries come through, there's a little bit of a rubber, or somewhat of a water resistant hole that they're going to go through. And that's about it. So we're going to be taking this off, that on, and it's gonna look aesthetically a lot better too, because the bike is entirely black. I think it'll match really well. Now the max weight, I think the max weight of this rack is 25 kilos, and that should be, I mean, this is obviously not 25 kilos. This is, you know what, let's weigh this. I'm gonna say this is about 20 to 25 pounds. 22. Let me lock it. Here, I'll stand it up this way. 21.6. So yeah, it's 20 pounds. So that's perfectly fine to put on the back. It shouldn't be a problem at all. The way I have this mounted, I don't know if I showed you guys before, the way I have the existing box mounted here is underneath. I just have these plates. So I have one, oops, sorry guys. So I have one plate on the bottom side of the rack. Sorry, 2 plates. And then I have another plate on the inside, and they basically sandwich, you can't really see up too close, but they basically sandwich the cargo rack. And it's really, really secure. I mean, this thing's not moving, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 screws in each plate. So there's 8 screws here holding that together. So I think I'm gonna do it the same way. I'd love to find some sort of outside latching mechanism where I could mount something on the outside here and then slide it into the rack and have it sort of lock in. But no, I'm not gonna bother wasting time on that unless I find something really easy at Home Depot or something. So you can see here that Like this is really deep, even with this padding, it's too deep. And the batteries move around quite a bit. Alright guys, stay tuned.